y'all doing today? Sapo up in Corpus, Sapo cooking with Surfing Sapo. He tagged me in a dinner tag challenge, and the concept is to answer 10 questions that they send to you, and then tag 3 of your friends, ask them to do the same. So I printed out the questions, and they go something like this. 1, what's your favorite crock pot meal? That's a tough one because I like beans in the crock pot. That's just too easy to do. That's so nice and simple. But I guess my favorite crock pot meal would be pot roast. Beef roast, some cream of mushroom soup, some sliced onions, Lipton's onion soup mix, maybe a little cream of chicken soup or something. Add some water and then let it slow cook. Oh, that's good. That comes out so tender and it's so easy. Number 2, your favorite easy cleanup meal. Oh, that one's tough. It would have to either be my homemade chili or a loaded baked potato. The baked potato is kind of on the edge because I like to bake a potato and then put some of my pulled pork from a previous cook. However, if you count the previous cook too, it's not such easy cleanup from that. But the chili is a 1-pot dish. I brown my meat off in the same pot I'm going to cook my chili in. I guess chili would be the winner on that. Easy cleanup, 1-pot dish. Question number 3, what's your favorite Pinterest dish? Well, I'm not on Pinterest, so I really can't say. I know I've looked up some dishes on Pinterest before, but I don't really recall what they were or anything else, and I don't have an account, so I'm going to skip that question. Question 4, the healthiest dish you make. Well, that's tough because I don't really eat healthy. You can tell from the panza there that healthy is not my forte, although I've tried to eat a little healthier. But I guess, to answer the question, my cocktail de camarón, shrimp, Worcestershire, hot sauce, onions. The only thing that has a little fat in it, I guess, would be the ketchup that goes in it. So I'm going to say my cocktail de camarón is the healthiest dish I make, other than a green salad, but we can't count that. Favorite soup. Now that's an easy one. Anybody who's been watching my channel knows that I love fajita soup. Sapo and I have made it out on the beach during Pomp Fest. That's another story, Pomp Fest is. But it's so simple to make, you can make it anywhere. We did it there on a Dutch oven with charcoal for our heat. I made it in the kitchen and made a video of that. So fajita soups are really, that's my favorite soup of all. It's so delicious. The most unique dish I make, I guess also fajita soup. Now that I'm on YouTube and looking around, I see a few people make it, but at the time I first made it, I had never seen fajita soup in my life. It just kind of evolved because I was trying to do some fajitas toreadas, which is fajitas cooked with bell pepper and onions and tomatoes and what have you. But it's not a dry dish, but it's not a soup. Well, it got so soupy on me, I just added some broth and stuff and turned it into a soup, and there you go. But I'd never heard of fajita soup when I first made it, so to me it was my most unique dish. Your favorite pasta dish? I'm not a huge pasta fan. My wife is. She loves Alfredos, marineras, you name it, meat sauce. My favorite pasta dish is probably chili mac with cheese. Don't know why, I just like it. So enough said. Kids' favorite meal. I don't have any kids, but I do have 2 baby chihuahuas, and their favorite meal is pepperoni. They just absolutely go crazy over pepperoni. So that's my answer to that one. Dish I always bring to parties. Now this is going to sound weird because this is kind of an expensive dish to take to potlucks and parties. But it's smoked brisket. My friends every time they're going to have a party and they want somebody to bring a dish, when they call me, they say, "Hey, do you mind smoking a brisket?" And I never do, and usually I do it for free. I don't charge them. But I guess that's not the question. The question is to potlucks and gatherings, and of course you wouldn't charge somebody if you're going to a potluck. But I always take brisket. Everybody seems to gobble it up. And finally, it's not really a question, but item number 10 is keep this tag alive. So I'm supposed to tag 3 of my friends, and since I don't have any close friends other than Sapo who tag me that are into video cooking and what have you, I'm going to pick 3 of my subscribers or who I subscribe to that might be interested in doing this. Fritz up at Fritz's Cooking Again, super nice guy up in Tennessee. Love his videos. He's such a sincere, polite person, and the dishes he cooks are awesome. I'm going to tag Troy Smith at T. Roy Cooks up in Austin, the only Texan I'm tagging in this. Troy, just another one of those super nice, polite people on his videos. His replies to comments are just always nice. So Troy Smith at T. Roy Cooks, and the last one is going to be Dan Roberts at Smokey Goodness. I've got to say that Troy and Dan and Sapo were kind of my inspiration to get into video cooking. So Dan Robertson at Smokey Goodness, I tag you. If you don't mind, make one of these videos and put it out there if you haven't already. So I'll put links to all 3 of their channels in the description box, and I'll put the questions in the description box. So I sure hope you guys will all participate, and I hope you all enjoyed the dinner tag challenge, and we'll be back. The smoke that keeps drifting across, I've got some ribs on, and I've got some pork ribs on, beef ribs, pork ribs. A lot of cooking going on today. So y'all have a good one, and we'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.